Someone is thinking about you very deeply right now. Their emotions are strong, and they are spending a lot of time reflecting on everything that has happened between the two of you. It feels like something important took place in this connection. Maybe it was a conversation, a moment you shared, or even the way things ended or changed. Whatever it was, it made this person stop and think. Now they're looking back at the whole situation and trying to understand you in a way they didn't before. This person keeps going back through their memories of you. It is almost like their mind is replaying different moments again and again. They are remembering the things you said, the way you acted, and the energy you brought into their life. They are trying to make sense of it all. It feels like they are asking themselves many questions. Questions like, did I really understand this person? Or did I miss something important about them? The feeling that comes through strongly is that this person may have judged you too quickly in the beginning. When they first got to know you, they thought they had you figured out. They believed they understood what kind of person you were. But now they are realizing that they only saw a small part of who you really are. It's not that they thought badly of you. It's more like they underestimated you. They didn't realize how deep, complex, and multi-layered your personality truly is. You have many sides to you, many qualities, and many strengths. But this person only noticed the surface at first. Now they are starting to see that there is so much more to you than they expected. One thing they are realizing is how naturally sweet your energy is. You have a gentle, kind, and warm presence. When people are around you, they can feel that softness and care in your energy. It's the kind of sweetness that makes people feel safe and comfortable. It's genuine, like honey, natural and comforting. That sweetness is something this person definitely noticed. In fact, it might be the first thing that stood out to them about you. They may have thought that your whole personality was just that gentle and soft energy. But now they are realizing that there is another side to you as well. Yes, you are kind and sweet, but you are also strong. You have depth. You have a bold and powerful side that they didn't expect. There is a strength in you that shows up when it needs to. You are not just someone who quietly accepts everything. You have your own voice, your own power, and your own presence. This person is starting to understand that your personality is a mix of both softness and strength. It's almost like they thought you were only honey, sweet, gentle, and simple. But now they are realizing that there's also a bold flavor within you. Something deeper and stronger. Something that stays with people long after they interact with you. It's like tasting something sweet at first, but then realizing there is also a strong, rich flavor underneath it. That combination surprises people because it's not what they expected. And that's exactly what is happening with this person right now. They are sitting with the realization that they didn't fully understand you before. They are recognizing that you are much more interesting, powerful, and unique than they originally believed. And that realization is making them rethink everything about your connection. They may even be questioning their own actions. They could be wondering if they treated you the right way or if they truly appreciated you when they had the chance. Sometimes when people finally see someone's true value, it makes them look back and realize they didn't recognize it at the time. This reflection is actually an important moment for them. They are learning that people cannot always be understood at first glance. Some people carry many layers, and those layers take time to see and appreciate. You are someone who holds both kindness and strength at the same time, and that combination makes your energy powerful and unforgettable. Right now, this person is slowly realizing just how special that is. And honestly, this realization may have come a little late for them. But it's happening now because the truth about you is becoming impossible for them to ignore. They should never have judged you just by what they saw on the outside. People sometimes look at someone and think they know their whole story, but that is rarely true. In your case, someone made a quick judgment about you, and now things feel very different between the two of you. There's a strong feeling that you and this person have not spoken in a while. The energy around this connection feels quiet, almost like there's been distance or silence for some time. It does not necessarily mean that the connection is gone, but it does feel like communication between you has slowed down or completely stopped. Some of you may even feel that this person is going through something difficult in their life right now. They could be dealing with stress, emotional struggles, or even some kind of physical sickness. When people go through hard times, they often pull back and become quiet. There is also a strong sign connected to the number 8. This number could be meaningful in many ways. Some of you might see the number 8 often, while for others it could be connected to a date, a time, or even something symbolic in your life. The number 8 is often connected with cycles, balance, and the idea that things continue moving forward even when they seem paused. What feels very strong in this situation is that something bigger may have stepped in between you and this person. The energy suggests that your angels may have created distance between the two of you. This does not mean it was done in a negative way. Instead, it feels like it happened for an important reason. The connection between you both feels deep, almost like two souls who recognize each other on a very strong level. It is the kind of bond where you feel like there is something special that goes beyond normal attraction. The energy around it even feels like an endless connection, similar to the symbol of infinity. This symbol represents something that keeps flowing and never truly ends. However, even deep connections sometimes need space. It feels like both of you were separated so that each of you could focus on your own personal growth. Sometimes people come into our lives to awaken something inside us, but before the connection can move forward, both people must become stronger within themselves. This time apart may actually be very important for both of you. Even though separation can feel painful or confusing, it can also be part of a bigger plan. When two people are pulled apart for a while, it often gives them the chance to understand themselves better. They start to see their strengths, their weaknesses, and the areas where they need to grow. Right now, the energy feels very intense, but also very purposeful. This separation was not random. It feels like it was carefully guided so that both of you could work on your own lives, your own confidence, and your own emotional strength. Sometimes when people stay too close to each other during difficult periods, they can lose themselves. By stepping away, even if it feels forced, both people are given the chance to pour their energy back into themselves. This helps them rediscover their own power and identity. The truth is, there is no clear answer right now about whether you and this person will come back together or continue on separate paths. What matters most at this moment is the growth that is happening for both of you individually. Life sometimes places people on different paths for a while so they can become who they are meant to be. Even though the separation may feel bold and intense, there is something meaningful about it. It is not just empty distance. Instead, it feels like a moment designed to help both souls become stronger and more aligned with their true purpose. The message coming through is that this time apart is meant to serve both of your spirits in the best way possible. It is helping both of you step into your strength, your courage, and your true self. Sometimes distance is not the end of a connection. Sometimes it is simply a moment where two people grow separately before their paths become clear again. There is someone who has been thinking a lot about you lately. It feels like they are going over everything in their mind again and again, trying to understand you. Something about you left a strong impression on them, and now they can't stop thinking about it. The energy around this feels like you are reclaiming yourself. It's like you are standing fully in who you are and not holding yourself back anymore. There is a confidence and boldness in your energy that this person noticed very strongly. That bold energy is what they are still feeling now. It's almost like a powerful aftertaste that stays with them even after you are gone. This person already had a small feeling that there was more to you than what they first saw. They might have sensed that you were deeper or different in some way, but they did not expect it to affect them as strongly as it did. When they experienced your true energy, it caught them completely off guard. It feels like you surprised them in a way they didn't expect. Your confidence, your presence, and the way you carry yourself made them stop and think. It shook something inside of them, but not in a bad way. In fact, it feels like something positive. It's more like you woke up a new way of thinking in them. Because of you, they are starting to question things they once believed about people. Before meeting you, they might have thought that people were simple and easy to understand. They may have believed that someone is either one way or another. But you showed them that a person can be many things at once. You carry many different sides within you. There is a light side of you that is warm, kind, and bright. But there is also a shadow side of you, the part that has been through struggles, pain, and deep experiences. These different sides make you who you are. Instead of hiding them, you carry them naturally. There is also a lot of color in your personality. By that, it means you are not flat or one-dimensional. You have many layers to you. You can be serious at times and playful at other times. You can be calm and peaceful, but also bold and powerful when needed. This mix of energies makes you very unique. The feeling here is that this person is now realizing just how deep you really are. They are replaying memories of your conversations and moments with you, trying to understand if you were always like this or if they simply didn't notice it before. For some of you, this could also connect to intelligence. You may have a very sharp mind. You might think about things in ways that others don't normally think about. It's like you can see patterns, ideas, or meanings that most people overlook. The energy that comes through is almost like a mathematical example. Imagine looking at a simple graph that only moves in two directions. It looks simple and easy to understand. But then suddenly, a new concept appears that adds another dimension. When that happens, the graph becomes deeper and more complex. At first, it doesn't make sense. You might even wonder how it works. But once you understand it, your whole view changes. Suddenly you realize there was always more there than you originally thought. That is the kind of realization this person is having about you. They are starting to understand that you are not simple or predictable. You are someone with depth, layers, and many sides. And now that they have seen this side of you, they cannot unsee it. Because of this, they are thinking back over everything. They are remembering your words, your actions, and the way you carried yourself. They are trying to figure out if the depth they see now was always there. The interesting part is that the more they think about it, the more they realize that it was always there. They just didn't fully recognize it at the time. Now they see you differently. You opened their mind in a way they didn't expect. You showed them that a person can hold many different energies at once and still be completely authentic. And because of that, they're still thinking about you, trying to understand the powerful impression you left behind. There is someone who is slowly realizing something very important about you. They are starting to notice that there were always small signs about who you truly are. The clues were there in your energy, in your personality, and in the way you show up in the world. But before, they did not fully understand it. They saw parts of you, but they did not truly see the whole picture. Now something has changed. It feels like this person's understanding of you has completely shifted. It is almost like you broke the limits of what they thought a person could be like. This person may have spent most of their life meeting people who were similar in certain ways. They were used to a certain type of personality, a certain level of depth, and a certain way of thinking. That was their normal. But then you came into their life. When they met you or connected with you, it changed something inside their mind. It is like their meter for understanding people suddenly stopped working the same way. The way they used to measure and understand others no longer makes sense when it comes to you. This feels especially strong because there is a real connection here. The energy between you and this person is not random. There is something meaningful about it. Because of that connection, your presence affected them even more deeply. You showed them that a person can be much more than they ever imagined. Before meeting you, they might have thought they understood people very well. They believed they knew what to expect from someone they were connected to. But you completely changed that idea. You showed them that a person can be deeper, stronger, more interesting, and more powerful than they had ever experienced before. It is almost like this person was living in a very small world without realizing it. Imagine someone who has only ever seen life in 2 dimensions. Everything is flat and simple. That is all they know, so they believe that is how the world works. But then suddenly someone shows them that the world is actually 3-dimensional. There is depth, movement, color, and so much more to see. That is what your presence feels like to this person. You open their eyes to something bigger. You made them realize that life and connection can be much deeper than they thought, and that realization surprised them. It may have even shocked them a little. But the interesting part is that for you, this is probably very normal. You might not even realize how much of an impact you have on people. The way you think, the way you feel, and the way you see the world may just be natural to you. You are simply being yourself. You are not trying to impress anyone or change anyone's life. Yet somehow, that is exactly what happens. People meet you and suddenly they start thinking differently. Their perspective expands. They begin to see more possibilities in themselves and in the world around them. Your presence opens their mind in a way they did not expect. And because this has likely happened many times in your life, you may already be used to it. You might have noticed that people often react this way to you. They learn something new about themselves or about life after connecting with you. In some ways, you help people wake up and see the bigger picture. But there is another message coming through as well. There is someone who is truly meant to stand beside you in life. A partner who has been prepared for you. This is someone who carries a powerful energy too. They also have the ability to change the way people see the world. In their own way, they break old patterns and open new possibilities. This person is not afraid of depth. They are not afraid of growth or transformation. In fact, they bring the same kind of powerful energy that you bring to others. And when the time comes for both of you to meet and align in each other's lives, it will feel very special. The connection between you will feel exciting, alive, and deeply meaningful. It will not feel small or ordinary. Instead, it will feel like something that expands both of your lives. One of the most beautiful parts of this connection is that this person will understand you in a way many others have not. They will see your depth and your power, and instead of being overwhelmed by it, they will match it. In fact, they may be one of the first people who can do for you what you have done for so many others. They will inspire you. They will open your eyes to new feelings and new experiences. They will help you feel alive in a way that you may have never felt before in a relationship. It will be a connection that brings growth, joy, and a deep sense of understanding between both of you. And when that moment happens, it will feel natural, powerful, and truly beautiful.